Hi class, in this video I'm going to go over our topic 5 assignment, aligned learning activities and differentiation. For this assignment, you're going to want to download the class profile and the template for the assignment. First, you're going to look at your class profile and you're going to choose 3 students from the class profile. Try to choose 3 students with different needs. For example, I might choose a student who has ELL, or a student who is above grade level, or a student who has an IEP. This student here is 2 years above grade level, and there's a note that there's no gifted program. That means I'm going to have to make sure that I'm providing gifted services in my classroom. Once I've chosen 3 students, I'm going to head over to the template. On the template, you're going to put the student's name, and you're going to include the grade, standard, and objective from your topic 2 assignment. Once you have those informations filled in, you can see I've added some examples from the example lesson plan. The learning objective of students explaining how illustrations are useful when making sense of a text and how they give meaning to the text. Next, you're going to create an aligned learning activity. This is my learning activity. Students will read a paragraph and use the illustrations to explain how they make meaning of the paragraph. For each student, try a different learning activity so you can get used to writing aligned learning activities. Make sure they match your objective and your standard very well. Next, you're going to describe the needs based on the class profile of this student. After you're done describing that student, I want you to give an idea for differentiating instruction to meet the specific needs of that student. If the student is an English language learner, we know that they have language barriers. So what types of support could you embed into this lesson or with this learning activity so that we can break down those language barriers? In your book, you'll find that there are sections meeting the individual needs for each of the models we learned about in our previous readings. This could help you. In addition, I'll be posting different resources on the forum about differentiation. Use some of those resources as you're deciding how to differentiate for each of your 3 students. You want to support your findings with 2 to 3 resources in this differentiation section. So make sure that you're using different sources to help you as you're deciding how to differentiate. After you decide on the differentiation technique that you're going to use, you're going to build a home extension activity. Make this home extension activity relevant to that student and their needs. If it's an English language learner, we're going to think about how they can apply or use language, or what kind of language supports they'll need at doing that home extension activity. You'll go down and do the same thing for all 3 of your students. Try to find different learning activities that would align to your objective and standard so you have more robust and different ideas on how you could teach the same topic. Look online, research different ideas and materials that you can use that align to this standard. Once you finish that, you'll want to make sure that you head over here and read the rubric. The rubric provides important information on how I'll be grading you. I'd like to go right over to this target area and read all the different achievement levels. Read what target looks like for each of the rubric areas. You'll be graded on the learning activities that you provide, the differentiation strategies you provide, the home extension activities, your documentation of sources, and then some originality. You have 5% of your grade based on originality. So get creative with your learning activities and differentiation ideas. Finally, mechanics will be 10% of your grade. So always make sure you read that rubric before submitting and let me know if you have any questions as you're working through this assignment.